Let's go Phillies. Let's go Phillies. Let's go Phillies. I swear I won't do that again, but I really do hope we win tonight. With the postponement of last night's game was actually a good thing for our starting lineup, our pitching, so we'll see what happens. I'm actually about to start a cut. Watermelon water, that's my snack today. I'll have egg whites after this. Hate egg whites, smell like shit. Can't stand the flavor, but that's a sacrifice. If you want to cut your weight, you got to sacrifice food. You got to sacrifice alcohol, which I'm not going to be drinking for the foreseeable future, unless it's like a game-winning game for the Phillies. Like if we're in game 7, yes, I'm going to drink, but very limited, everything in moderation. I wanted to talk today about diversity. How to, not that type of diversity. This isn't that type of channel. I'm talking about diversifying your portfolio, which makes sense for a small account. So when I was at $2,500 in the beginning of October, it was back against the wall time. There's really no way to diversify that if you want to make moves. Because if I would have taken that 2,500, broke it up into 5 stocks, 500 a piece, they're just not going to make me that much money. So 20% is what, like $100? It's hard to climb the ladder like that. So I went all in on P10 because I knew it was at bottom. I knew that there wasn't going to be much. I saw the dilution end. I was like, all right, well, this is a safe play. I can park my money here. It's not going to be exciting. It took 2 weeks, but finally it ran 90%. I was out with almost $5,000. I took that 5,000 and I broke it up into 2 stocks. Then I had one of them run. I had, got out of that, got in another one, started flipping successfully, made like another 90%, another 40%, whatever it was. And now I'm up to 7,500. So now what I've been doing for the past week and a half is just protecting that capital. How do I do that? Well, now I diversified. I basically took, I don't know the exact numbers, 1,200, 1,300, and I broke them up into 5 different stocks. Today, Babel, which was one of them, ran. So, did I sell a little bit low? Yeah. Did it close over where I sold it? Sure. But the thing is I made 50% in that stock. And right now I'm trying to manage my money to get higher amounts of money so I can gamble a little bit more, which would be to leave it in Babel maybe for another couple of days. But right now I'm taking all 50%ers. Anything that's close to that, I'm out and I'm putting it in something else. Like I took that gain and I put it into Cint under 10. Why? Because I see that as the next thing that's going to go. If that runs tomorrow, I'll have the decision. Do I sell for a 50% gain? I probably will. If it runs to 15 right away, I'm out. I take that 50% on, a lot more money now. And now I can either diversify that or put more money into the stocks I already own. So you got to diversify once you get to a certain level. But if you were at the bare minimum, like if you have $500 in an account, $1,000, 2,500, whatever, a really small account, you can't diversify. You got to just figure out one stock that you're pretty damn sure is going to go up. And when it does, you take that and then begin diversification. So that's how I do it. That's, in the past, I would, have 60K in my account and I'd go all in. One of them was UNQL, which is actually starting to go up now, which is great. But they've just diluted the shit out of me. And on a thin stock with 60 grand in it, it's hard to sell. And then all of a sudden, you're at 40 grand. You can't be taking those type of fucking hits at all. You got to manage your money. And the way to do that is to diversify. One run, sell it. Buy into something that maybe you're down a tick in. Keep averaging down. Or just find another stock. That's why I have like 15 stocks today that I'm going to go over because I'm trying to show you the best charts that I'm seeing through my watch list and through social media that I'm getting picked up on. Some people are, they're asking me to do these stocks and I will. So keep commenting, keep asking questions. I'm here to answer them. No problems. Until, I get 1 million followers, if that ever happens, I probably won't be able to answer everybody, but I'm going to try. So that's how you diversify. That's I think that's the best option, and anybody will tell you that is worth their salt in the market. So that's my intro. So today we got a lot of stocks to go over. I don't have a lot of time, so I can't speak too much about them. But let's start just with Cint. So it's a NASDAQ stock. It can be shorted. I feel like people are trying to short it really hard, and they're just losing the battle. It's saying it closed at 9.9, but it didn't. It actually closed, or right now, like I said, 10 was the breaking point. 10 was where, like, all right, if we close over 10, then we're in good hands. You got to win the battles. The battle today was closing over 10, which it says it closed at 9.9, but that was just somebody trying to make it seem like that, probably a short, so they just dumped a little bit of shares down to 9.9, but it's already, I think, back to 106. Yeah, so, tomorrow, that's the war. We got a sell point at like 15 or around 15 cents. That's what I'm looking for. The green is gradually rising. All the indications are turning up. This looks identical to Mullen back about a year ago when it went on its 300% run. I really like the look of the stock. They've slowed down dilution. I like the way it's trading, even though people are trying to hold it down, but I think they got all the shares they need, and I think they're going to send it short term. So let's just pray. CNGT. Now, this is one that follows EMGE. I think it's either the same CEO or they're tied into place somehow. This is just, look at how similar the charts look. So this is CNGT. Now let's look at EMGE, and you'll see the same type of pattern in trading. So I don't know exactly how, but like, see, it's very similar. It's the up, it's the down, it's the up again, then it's the down, it's up, and then now it's starting to curl up too. So it has this same look, and you're getting pretty good volume in EMGE. Your technicals are turning up, and well, actually not great volume, but it's still pushing. It closed above the middle band and the Bollinger Bands. If this gets a continuation, CNGT will probably follow it. So I picked CNGTE because it's a lower stock. It's a better chance for a gain, because if you're going from 0.0012 to 0.0015, it's more than if you went from 0.0069 to 0.0075. So those ticks mean a lot more. EMGE closed up 22% today. CNGT didn't do great, but I'm expecting tomorrow that to continue, and we'll see where it goes. PLPL bid got dumped today. Not in love with that. They got to get something out soon, or they're going to lose interest, which happens a lot in penny stocks. You close down at this middle line. You really don't want to see a huge break below it. They just have to give some type of nugget. They give some type of nugget, you're going to break over 11, and you're going to run to 2. They take too much time to put anything out. You might even fill this gap, just to be honest. I mean, at 5, I doubt that. Like, maybe 6 will be the only people that get shares, but anything's possible in the OTC. Like I said, they could drop news tomorrow and it could run to the moon, or they could take 2 weeks and it falls back down to that gap. You never know. You place your bets and you do your best. Protect your gains, or if you're up in the stock, or if you're, down 10%, maybe think about selling half. Just always mitigate your risk. If you don't, then you're going to find yourself in trouble. LVGI, this one seems to be diluting on the bid. They just it's got to be close to the bottom. It's like a 90K market cap. I don't think I've ever seen anything under 100K. I mean, it's just ridiculously low. All these charts, I mean, this looks so similar to CNGT. It's kind of how the OTC has been running recently. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's all the way down. All this is dilution. It closed pretty low today. It might look for a morning sell-off to enter. I don't know. It's just super low, and I think that if you accumulate on the bid, you should be fine. Last 2 that I did that in was PTAM and Beggy. Beggy ran to 22 from 11, and PTAM ran to 25 from 14. So, that's how the game is played. Just soak up the bottoms. Don't chase the tops, period. And know your gaps, and know when you're starting to see weakness, and know when the price is coming back to either this middle band or whatever. But look, I mean, you got this gap. You pretty much got the fill today. It closed at 39.74. I would wait for it to come back to 35. Then you're at least at a good price, a good buy-in, where you're not going to have too much downside and you're going to have a lot of upside. So Moan is good. It's coming back to that spot. XCPL is the other one that I really like. But I called it at 8. I sold it at 8. And what happened? Came back. Just like I called it on this red. Just look through my videos. If you don't trust me, you probably already know. You probably already seen it. But I've been calling this top since this red candle. I sold the day before just because I thought it was over exhausted, which it did. It was like on this top green and the RSI was burning hot. So I was just like, all right, that's enough. So, 8, I think, is where they can exercise warrants or they can dilute or something. Somebody has shares at 8. So I just didn't think it was going to go past that. And now it's coming back to this orange line, which is 4s, 3.8, 3.7 maybe on an oversell on people scared. I'll be buying around there. So it's a great opportunity. Now that we didn't chase and we didn't get stuck in the 7s when it looked, so beautiful. Now you're able to wait for the pullback. It's trading very well. It's a very good stair step, up, down, and let's get that third push. Maybe it runs over a penny. If you're holding, great. I just like to try and get out and then buy 50% lower. Sorry. I mean, sometimes that's going to burn you. But think about it this way. You have a certain amount of money that you're made to make. If I was in Babel today and I sold 3.8 and I was in at 2.5, whatever I was in at, that's a good gain for me. That's what I set, and I said, this is my goal. That's what I want to make from this stock. Wasn't even looking at it. Boom, it blew through my ask. I was like, thank God, I'm out. Now I can find something else to put my money into. And that money, if it keeps going up, wasn't made for me. It's like working a job and you make $1,000 day rate, and you're like, when you leave, you're like, well, fuck, I wish I would have got an extra 6 hours of overtime. It just wasn't available. There was no work to be had. Same thing with stocks. If it keeps running, you left work at the time you were supposed to leave work. And guess what? You made money. You didn't lose money. That's the objective, is not to lose money. So if you're doing break evens or you're selling for a little bit of a downturn, but then you're making enough where those 10% losses make up for it, you're fine. Keep hustling, keep grinding inch by inch. DBMM, this is why I said I wasn't going to touch this with a 10-foot pole, because it was just so overbought. Let me make sure this is working. It should be. Yeah, it is. Or wait. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk for this long and then be like, gotta say everything over again. Sick, dude. And I've done that like 8 times. And so it's like the most annoying thing. I have to talk for like an hour and a half long. DBMM. I hate this thing. Shut up. DBMM. This is why I was like, yeah, I'm not touching this. Look at how overbought it was. They're probably going to let people buy in, and then they're just going to dump on whoever tries to chase this. I don't know. You got a long way down. It's not my favorite thing. I mean, if you were up in it and you saw this red candle today, that was your signal to sell. It's done for the meantime. It's going to come back. It already had a tremendous run. So, like, if you're in for a huge gain, I would say, what are you doing? And if you're just buying in here, I'd be like, what are you doing? And if you're waiting for the stock to come to you, then I'd say, good job, kind sir. You're doing it how you're supposed to do it. Don't get sucked into FOMO. Don't listen to the board saying, oh, it's going to $1, all these ridiculous price points. It's all nonsense. Everybody's lying to you. Trust yourself. No, you make the decision. Don't let people on the boards make the decision for you. Come on. Then you're just fucking gambling, and it's like taking tips on fucking sports picks out of your ass or out of someone else's ass, and then just like betting the house on it. No, don't do that. You got to do the work. You got to do the work to make the money, period. I know that for a fact. So don't take the easy route or you will get burnt. Babel, great day today. Great day today. I love it. I mean, I shouldn't have sold, probably. It does look like it's going to want to lift off here, and the pressure was pretty good. They're not diluting. I might have made a mistake, but that's okay. I think it could run up to 6 tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully there's a pullback in the morning where I can re-enter. If there's not, then so be it. I watch other people make money, and that's great. I'm not a basher. I'm not trying to say, oh, I sold because I want cheap shares. I'll say, yeah, I'm trying to buy lower again, obviously. But if it keeps running, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, all salty that other people are making money. Whatever. I made my money, what I wanted to make. So I hope it keeps running. It does look super fucking bullish. I love it. So good on you guys for holding. WLAN. This one's been pushing. Got alerted to this by a friend that I mean, this, wow. You're a little bit overbought here. You're probably going to get a blow off top tomorrow. Incredible fucking run. I mean, this is huge. I don't know where you bought, but it's running pretty damn hard. I mean, you're pushing hot, though. Your RSI's at 85. Your green on your MACD is super high. You had a lot of volume today. Don't expect it to continue forever. Stocks don't only go up, no matter what they're saying on the boards. So just be careful. If you're in for a tremendous gain, I would say, what are you doing? If you're thinking about buying here, I'd be like, what are you doing? So just be careful. I'm not going to talk shit on it. It seems like there's no dilution, but you're going to get people taking gains eventually. I don't know. I don't know. It looks really good, though, for people that got in it, too. So good for you. I missed this one, and I will continue to miss it just because I am looking for bottoms. I'm trying to manage my money. ATVK. I'm not really seeing much here. Kind of boring stock, to be honest. I mean, not really. It does have these pushes. It seems super thin. It does seem bullish. I mean, you're turning bullish on the MACD. Your RSI is starting to turn up. You had a green candle. You had good green volume. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to run. I'm just uninterested in this one, but it seems like it had a good day today. It could keep running. I do like the chart. And if I had, $50,000 in my account, like I will eventually, then I would buy this. I would take a starter in it because I would have enough money to really diversify. Right now, I got to keep it between 4 or 5 max stocks. So I got to pick them very diligently. CMRA. Looks good down here. Seems to go on these runs. Look, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop. I mean, it's due. It looks like it looks like the same amount of time. What is it, like 1 month time frames? But that should be ready to go any day now. I don't know much about the company. I think somebody talked about like upcoming catalysts. So it's probably, and I'm sure there are because it just seems like this is ready to go again. So keep an eye on this one. If it starts to break above 170 with strength and volume, I would get in it. I like the stock. Again, I like the chart, not something I'm willing to wait on right now. But if I see it breaking out, always make sure to comment and tell me because I can't keep my eye on everything at all times. Like I do have a busy life outside of making these videos, believe it or not. So it's like, it's just a lot on me to be paying attention to the stocks, to be working overnight for 14 hours, to be going to the gym and like trying to have like a healthy lifestyle and cooking. And it's just a lot. But whatever, that's just an excuse. I could wake up earlier. I could fucking go to bed earlier. I could create the time. It's always an excuse if you're, saying what you can't do. CNLV, why is this not popping up? Or, I'm sorry, CGRA. CGRA ran today, boys. Good shit. Good shit. I mean, this thing really wants to fucking go. It's probably going to go more tomorrow. Again, your technicals are hot. Your RSI is over 80. I've seen these things. It's not like I went bullish on Friday, by the way, which was this little fucking, I could just tell it was pushing. So if you would have bought on my bullish signal, which I didn't buy this. I missed out. I'm a dumbass. I just didn't have the cash available. But again, I'm not salty. Like I called it bullish and now it's fucking bullish as shit. So I made the right call. I just happened to not be in the stock. So the price is pushing like a mother. It's probably going to have a blow off top tomorrow. Just know that you have very hot technicals. And if you're up 100%, you do the math. CNLV. Why are you not finding? I probably just wrote it down wrong. Yeah, I did. Sometimes I'm dyslexic with tickers, so I can't do that one. Or I can't do that one. HVCW. I mean, fives got dumped today. I told you guys what I said. If you had bought 4 or 5 when the price was at 8, and everybody was saying 12 to 25, it's going up 150%. Oh, it's going 200%. Oh. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like Bitcoin at 70K. Remember that when it was going to 100K, it's going to 500K, it's going to $1 million a share, and then now it's at 20. So whenever it's like super bullish on everything and the sky's the limit, just like in DBBM or DBMM yesterday, it's like, oh, whoa, let's sell here. And then when everybody's like, oh, this shit sucks, it's never gonna work out. Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck this sucks. Ah, shit. Then you're like, can I get your shares, please? Thank you. Thank you. It's reverse psychology 101. You have to master that. You have to get over your emotions. And remember that nobody cares about you besides for me. I'm the only one out there that's going to tell you legit shit. If I lost, I tell you I lost. If I win, I tell you I win. I'm open with my account balance. Everything is out there in the open. So, you know, I'm not a guru. I'm not a master. I'm not here to say that you're going to make $1 million from my calls. All I know is that I'm up 200% on my entire portfolio in a month, and I'm happy about that. So let's just try and keep it going. And like I said, HVCW, I said I want 5s, and the 5s were dumped. Didn't actually get them because I didn't see it getting dumped, but it could be available for tomorrow. If not, it didn't come to me, and I'm not hitting 6. Because even if that takes a gain from that, that's not my target. Set your target buys and your target sells. XCPL, my target is 0.0038, something like that. I could have had FOMO and bought today and been like, oh, there's 3 million bid on 4.8. Oh, I'll just hit 5. No. I'm waiting for it to come to me. Why? Because that's how I see it happening. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'll get another stock. Understand? Boxes, I think this one is like honestly really due for a pop. It seems like it's just kind of consolidating in this range, and there's not really much going on, but this is when you buy. Again, when everybody's, look at this. I mean, it had a huge drop off from over 2 all the way down to half a penny. It seems like it's trying to get off this bottom Bollinger, and who knows, it might run back up even to fill this gap. Don't know. They're going to have to come out with something bullish, but you're oversold on the MACD, you're oversold on the RSI, you're riding the bottom Bollinger Band. This is not a bad buy if you're willing to take a gamble. 4s, seems like that one's starting to heat up. It's OTC, right? Yeah. Up 36% today. Really liking the chart here. I mean, if you're able to get in on a little bit of a drop tomorrow morning, I think they're going to drop it and pop it. I think they're going to try and scare a few out, and I think they're going to push this. It had like really good volume. The RSI's turned up. MACD is pretty solid. It just looks like it's at bottom. I mean, look at this. This thing's been destroyed, and it seems thin, and it might be a great stock to own. I'm not sure, but the chart is saying the run might have begun. BLLB, I really like this one. There's so many to decide. There's so many to choose from. So that's why you got to set alerts, because you need to know what, like, I should have had an alert in HVCW. 5s are getting hit, but I didn't. So that's why you have to set alerts, because you're not going to be able to pay attention to everything, every single thing that I'm saying. It's going to be tough to be like always looking at it if you're not completely zoned in to 4 computers at all times, which again, I have too busy of a lifestyle to just sit behind a desk all day. Eventually I'll get there, but still alerts work prime, because you could be at work, you could be at the gym, you could be doing anything, you'd be having sex, and your phone rings and you're like, oh shit, HVCW is at fucking 5, push her off and then make the trade. It always comes first over pretty much everything else. So that's, BLLB. It just seems like it's been fucking hammered and it's ready to turn up. It's getting a little bit of volume in this range. Your MACD is getting hot. Your RSI is looking hot in a good way. So I think, and it's a very thinly traded stock. I've been following this for a while. It goes on runs. It's been known to run. So just keep that one on your watch list and, you know, decide to buy if you do a little bit of DD and you like it. PRCX. Looks like it might be time to buy that one. It's a QB stock. tends to go on these, that's a fat finger trade. That don't even pay attention to that. Goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, and it's in the trips. It's at a previous level of support. I think it's like a double bot. This is like, pretty much, now they've been diluting this thing to shit, so I'm sure that the share structure has ballooned intensely, but you're showing a little bit of bullishness. Pay attention, write it down, and follow the stock. ALP. Great stock. This is one of my long holds. I can't be long holding right now, but again, if I had a lot of money in my account, I would probably put 10 grand in this and just let it ride and see where it took me, because I do believe in this company. It is that's why I'm waiting for it. If it comes back down to 58, I'm in. I'm not going to chase 80, but I will buy if it comes to my price. And then I'll hold it to the foreseeable future until they give me a reason to get out. But I think it's going to come back to this line, then it's just going to continue north. But I want to plan my entry so I don't go a day red in that stock if I can avoid it. D-Lock is another one that's super oversold. I mean, it's been just dwindling down here. But, you got this huge sell-off. You break through 13 on some volume, you could be heading back into the twos. So, that's a good solid gain, 70%, whatever it is. So it's one to watch. They could drop news at any time. Same with PTAM. Same with a lot of these stocks that I've kind of planted bombs in. You want to plant your seeds where you know that there's a very little downside, like having $7,500. I need to plant them well, because as soon as one grows, I chop it down, take the seeds out, and plant it in something else. It's just all about maneuvering, mitigating your risk, taking gains from this, putting it in something you're down in, maybe cutting your loss, getting something that's working. You just have to manage it yourself. Nobody's going to be there to hold your hand. You have to really study into this shit, and you have to pay attention. If you don't, you're going to lose money. It takes time. It takes effort. This isn't something that you can just fucking... when I first started trading, I thought I hit my first 3 stocks, and I thought for sure... Jesus, hat hair like a bitch. Should I look like this the whole time? Jesus. Oh my God. I'm like a poof boy. Like seriously. Oh jeez. I can't see because it's inverted. There, I guess. Like Jesus. Lost my train of thought. Don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. What was I talking about? I don't know. Diversify. Once you get to a certain point. In the beginning, your $2,500, it needs to be in one stock. So until tomorrow, I got a game to get ready for. I got some nasty shit to eat. Watermelon's great, but these egg whites are going to suck.